Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a piece of advice today that sounds simple, but it is so powerful. It can genuinely change how happy you feel day to day. And it's all about finding this sense of freedom just by tweaking one single fundamental expectation we all have. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt just completely let down, maybe even a little heartbroken because someone you care about just doesn't change? Like they won't see things your way, they won't make that one change you know they should make. It's a super frustrating feeling, right? And I think most of us, we know it all too well. And that frustration, it really comes from a place of hope, doesn't it? We hope they'll change. But there's this point you get to, kind of with maturity, where you realize a fundamental truth, a truth that honestly can change everything. And here it is. This is the core of the whole thing. The big realization is not everybody changes. That's it. For their own reasons, on their own schedules, some people are just going to stay who they are. And look, that's not being cynical. It's just being realistic. This is really where the mental shift happens, right? When we're younger, we have this hope. If I just explain it one more time, or if they just see how much I care, they'll get it, they'll come around. But maturity, well, it brings this totally different realization. Some people won't change. And the real peace, it comes when you just accept that. And hey, it's not about giving up on them. It's about giving up a fight you are never, ever going to win anyway. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's their life, it's their journey. We have to remember that everyone is the star of their own movie, not just a side character in ours. Their path, their choices, their whole story, that belongs to them, only them. So what happens when we refuse to accept this, when we keep fighting it? Well, we walk straight into something called the expectation trap. And yeah, it's a trap we set for ourselves, and spoiler alert, it almost always leads to disappointment. No, seriously, think about it. What are we actually doing when we create this whole blueprint in our head for how someone else should act or what they should think? It's like we're writing a script for them in a play and expecting a perfect performance, but they never even auditioned for the part. Okay, so here's how that trap works step by step. First, we set these expectations for somebody else. And look, it usually comes from a good place, right? We want the best for them. But then step two, they just live their own life. They follow their own journey. Which leads to step three, we end up disappointed. It's this super predictable and honestly painful cycle. And this is really the bottom line. The second you tie your happiness to someone else's choices, choices you have zero control over, you're pretty much guaranteeing that you're going to be disappointed. It's like you're just handing over your power. Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. There is good news here. There is absolutely a way out of this trap. A clear path you can take away from all that frustration and toward a real, actual sense of freedom in your own life. And let's be super clear about what freedom means in this context. It doesn't mean you stop caring or you become distant, not at all. It's an internal freedom. Imagine you've been carrying this massive, heavy backpack for years, and then you finally take it off. That's the feeling. It's the relief of putting down the weight of trying to control things you could never control in the first place. And this is probably the most empowering part of this whole idea. You can't change their journey. You just can't. But you have 100% absolute control over your own. So the focus has to shift. It's got to go from how can I change them to how can I change my reaction to them? And really, it all boils down to this one powerful move. The real key, it's not changing the world around you. It's changing the thoughts inside you. That's where your power is. That's where you'll find that freedom we're talking about. So I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Just think for a second. Is there one person, one situation where you've been holding on really, really tight to an expectation? What's the one thought about that situation that you're ready to let go of starting right now to set yourself free?